Welcome to my channel. Level-headed. Hold on. Good morning. We are going to go over, it is level-headed here, and sluggish sleuth and darkness exposed will be coming here shortly. We are going to go over the Harmony Montgomery. Kayla had court appearance this morning. Unfortunately, I have a feed from inside the courthouse, but there was no sound on it. But we will watch it anyways and kind of explain what they're doing here. Before that, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but Kayla was arrested on, I believe, on the 8th, right? Is that right, Sluggish?
I believe she was I know June 4th she was taken. It's been like 3 different times, so I think the last time was the 6th.
Was it 6th?
I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Looking at my notes. She waived her arraignment. She perjury.
Arraignment?
That's the 6th. Yeah. Yeah. So the 6th.
I'm just going to play a little clip here. I'm going to mute out while this plays, but this is stepmother Harmony Montgomery charged directly in connection to the girl's disappearance or death. This is what, one day after she failed to appear for a court hearing? I haven't seen this, so I'm going to watch it the first time with you guys. I don't know. Is this old?
I don't think that one's old.
After she didn't show up to court, previously scheduled deposition conference related to the pending charges against her, which include a felony and misdemeanor charges for allegedly lying to the State Department of Human Health and Services. Asking the judge to require Kayla Montgomery prove she's complying with her conditions of release. All right, we'll watch this. I'm going to mute out. Oh, hold on one second. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, everybody.
This isn't old, right? The Kayla Montgomery arrested one day after she failed to appear for court. The stepmother of Harmony Montgomery not charged directly in connection to the girl's disappearance. When was this? Is just an old picture, right?
What's the date right there? Isn't there a date right there?
Well, it says September 9th, updated.
Okay, let me send you this.
You can share your screen if you want.
Oh, okay. Let me.
I can play this in the meantime. And I think that this is.
Hang on, I've already got it up. I've already got it up.
Oh, look at you. All right, added.
All
There
right.
you go.
Here we go.
Who else wants to get a brand new
Naturally.
metal roof installed? Click below and enter your zip code to check availability.
That's right, John. It's important to note here that Kayla Montgomery was out on bail on welfare fraud charges connected to applying for state benefits back in 2019 for her stepdaughter, Harmony Montgomery, when the child was no longer in her care. Part of those bail arrangements are that she appear in court when there's a hearing. She failed to do that last week. That prompted this new arrest warrant to be issued. The execution of that warrant very much came as a surprise to at least one other person in that house.
Well, I had military machine rifles put to my head and told to face the ground.
Quite the start to the day for Dave St. Onge on Friday. He was stepping out of this house on Russell Street to go to the corner store.
They had U.S. Marshals, they had state police, Manchester PD.
Did they put a gun to your head?
Yeah. And to my chest, not to my chest, but for me to where that camera guy is.
St. Onge says he knew a woman was visiting his brother for a few days, but didn't know who she was. After the house was searched and Kayla was arrested, they filled him in.
They kicked the door in on the other, on they, when they had me handcuffed over here, they came in and got through the top door and broke the door in where she was in.
St. Onge says they hauled his brother away in handcuffs as well on Friday, telling him something about harboring a fugitive.
I think she's, she deserves everything coming to her.
And a new bail hearing is scheduled for Kayla Montgomery here at Superior Court tomorrow, 9 a.m.
But actually, that was this morning. And we had a live feed from WMUR, but it appears that they have lost it, that they lost their sound. So we only had the first about, let's see, we only had about the first 6 minutes of it. But Bob Ward is live tweeting from the courtroom. So let me pull him up. And her bond has been revoked.
I'm looking right now to see anybody streamed it. So that's all that he's given us. That's all that we're at.
That's all we're at so far. Yeah.
Well, at least her bail was revoked.
Yeah. So we do know that. We do know that her bond was revoked. Let me see if there's an updated. Let's see here. 7:30 tonight, we will be live, exclusive with an interview with Harmony Montgomery's mom.
That's gonna be really cool. Yeah. Y'all are quiet today.
Well, I'm trying to. Oh, maybe they got sound over here on this thing. Bill, hold on here one second. Let me see what happens. I just wonder if the Facebook feed did sound. I'm checking their website right now. It's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even see anything on Twitter.
Well, I went to. Oh, it is cool. Here, add to stream.
You got it?
We'll play. Yeah, we'll play this from their website. It's only 1 minute long, but the other video I think was her talking with her lawyer. So we'll play this real quick. I'm gonna mute, and then we'll go from there. Hold on, okay?
Please be seated. The matter before the court is the state of New Hampshire versus Kayla Montgomery. Counsel, identify yourself with the state.
Good morning, Jesse O'Neill for the state. Good morning, Your Honor. Paul Garrity for Kayla Montgomery.
Good morning. So, Attorney Garrity, there were motions to revoke. I know she failed to appear at her last hearing,
Right.
So we can address that. I don't know. Do you have notice of the motion to revoke?
I
as
do,
well?
Your Honor. We do not object to this.
Okay. So is the state no objection to just the straight revocation of bail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
With the understanding, we may be coming back at a later date with a request to modify bail.
Thank you. All right, Attorney O'Neill, have reviewed the motions to revoke bail. There's no objection to them. I will grant them. Do you want to upload an order for preventive detention on the Superior Jail? Okay. Is there anything further?
Sure.
All right, you're all set, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, so it was just a quick wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Go back to your cage.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. This is the third, her bail was she was not allowed to be around or involved or prove herself of using, drugs, and she was seen by police 3 different times. So I'm trying to get those dates too, those exact dates, because that was really weird to me. Like, why did they not take her then?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe they were, the old adage, give them a rope and they hang them. It's a horrible saying, but, give them an inch and they take a mile. That one's better.
Yeah, well, they gave her 3 miles.
Exactly. Good morning, everybody in chat.
I'm trying to, I know I sent them, but
I think
see dates.
she messed up. So I think what Herbert's trying to do is make it so that she stays in jail for a certain period of time that should be able to get on to bond the next hearing.
Peace, love, Mary Jane. Isn't that the truth? Because it's New Hampshire. Hey, Steve, True Crime Web. Good to see you. Bling.
Morning.
True Crime with Shannon. Checking convictions. Let's see. Who else we get? Jesse. Oh, UFC Frog. Good to see you again.
Okay.
We got lots of faces.
I need to try to keep my stuff all in one spot. I know I have those dates. I wanted to get those dates that she was seen before arrested.
Before she was arrested?
Yeah, like the 3 times that she was caught around drugs, even though she wasn't supposed to be, and they didn't take her.
I wonder if it says anything about that on the timeline. Hang on. Let me look.
When you're ready for me to share your screen, just let me know.
Okay, will do. While
That's
I'm
interesting.
still
That was really quick.
Yeah, very, very quick.
Well, word gets around, people watch her still.
Do they really?
Yeah, I mean,
thanks, Steve.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. Taken into custody. Yeah, no, I don't see it wasn't added to the timeline.
It was recent. It was August.
It was, yeah. I'm looking for the article.
Me too, but I do not see it. It was on the article that said like she was wanted.
Okay, let me
I'm pretty sure.
find that.
Is it? This is a rare occasion that Joe's not prepared.
I have the well. I didn't know it was this, or I didn't know it was the at 9 this morning.
Me neither.
Let's see. I have the state's motion for proof of compliance.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. The defendant is facing pending charges in each of the 3 above captioned cases. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's see. August 11th. Manchester stopped a vehicle after observing. Okay, here it is. Recently, the defendant has had. Well, let me share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at.
Oh, here, hold on. Sorry.
Hold on. I've got it. No, it was me. I accidentally stopped sharing. Okay. So, recently the defendant has had 3 interactions with the Manchester Police Department, which raised concerns as to whether she is in compliance with the above referenced conditions of release. On August 11th, MPD stopped a vehicle after observing what appeared to be a drug transaction. The driver of the vehicle was certified as a habitual offender. 3 people were in the vehicle: the driver, a male in the front passenger seat, and the defendant in the rear. Both the driver and the registered owner of the vehicle consented to a search of the vehicle. When police searched the vehicle, they located a cigarette packet on the passenger side of the vehicle where the male had been sitting. Inside were 3 tied-off baggies containing a white substance visually consistent with cocaine, and which later field tested positive for the presence of cocaine. And it weighed 2.4 grams. August 22nd, MPD obtained a search warrant for room 442 of the Even Hotel on John E. Devine Drive. One of the individuals staying was identified as Terrence Jackson. Police had received that Jackson and the defendant were actively selling narcotics from the hotel room. While detectives were conducting surveillance at the Even Hotel prior to executing the search warrant, they observed a black sedan pull up into the parking lot and wait without anyone visiting the hotel. The behavior and mannerisms of the individuals inside of the vehicle were indicative of drug users. Jackson exited the hotel and made his way to speak with the individuals from the sedan. He was stopped, at which point he explained that he came down to get some money that was owed from some friends. The 3 individuals from the sedan stated that they were waiting for a ride from somebody. Jackson was searched and police found a small baggie of a tan powder consistent with heroin/fentanyl concealed in his groin area, approximately weighed 4.4 grams. They executed the search warrant. They found the defendant and Jackson's minor stepdaughter, so 13, in the room. Wow. Never ceases to amaze me. The search of the room revealed drug paraphernalia and evidence indicative of drug sales, including approximately $900 to $1,000 in cash, torn off corners of sandwich baggies, a box of sandwich bags in the trash with only their corners ripped off, a crack pipe, a digital scale, approximately 65 grams, 2.3 ounces of a substance consistent with marijuana, and an apparent crack pipe. On August 24th, Manchester Police SWAT SED executed a search warrant at Wolf Park on a camper. During surveillance prior to executing the search warrant, detectives observed a Honda Accord parked directly next to the subject camper, despite ample other sources where the Accord could have parked. This led officers to believe the Accord may be associated with the camper. When the warrant was executed, 2 occupants were removed from the Accord. a male from the driver's seat, and the defendant from the front passenger seat. The male consented to a search of the Accord, and during that search, police found a glass cylindrical pipe with residue between the passenger seat where the defendant had been seated and the center console. They also found an unopened Suboxone sublingual film in the passenger side door handle. The male claimed the Suboxone was his, and officers found a prescription bottle in the glove box that had his name on it. On August 16th, actually, this is one reason. This is one exact reason right here. The male said that the Suboxone was in the door handle, and officers found a prescription bottle in his glove box. I have chronic pain related from a car crash. And ever since I became addicted to opioids and then got off of opioids, I am a firm believer that the war on drugs is definitely a problem in the street, but it starts in the doctor's offices, the hospitals, and the pharmacy.
So,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, was there another one?
Yeah, actually, two more.
Which is crazy right now because I'm sitting here reading. It literally says Kayla Montgomery was released on bail on those charges with conditions she not consume an excessive amount of alcohol or use any narcotic drug, and she participate in a substance use disorder treatment as recommended by a treatment provider.
Yep.
So, I mean, where did we go wrong?
Right. So on August 16th, after the first of 3 incidents, Underside Counsel contacted the defendant's attorney, Paul Garrity, and requested documentary verification of the defendant's compliance. She was already caught 3 times. Obviously, she's not compliant. Good God.
But I mean, they did the same thing to Harmony, so.
Yeah.
I'm being nosy. I'm looking up that guy's name that you said.
Oh, Terrence Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's dad of Kayla's 13-year-old. Because the 13...
Oh, so why didn't they get charged with endangering the welfare of a minor? Why?
Thank you. Because I don't know if the 13-year-old is a boy or a girl, but that child was in that hotel room where drug transactions and felonious behavior was taking place. But yet that didn't violate.
So
it pisses me off.
Well, New Hampshire obviously doesn't care, right?
That's apparent.
No. I mean, we have the other case with Everly too, and that they don't care about that either.
Everly, Elijah Lewis, Harmony,
and it all happens within a 20-mile radius. Like that area, it's very high for this in the same age group, and within probably 20 to 25 miles apart from each other.
And one thing that that I think could also go to her compliance, and I don't know if where the pain management clinic that she goes to, were they doing urine screenings every time? If she was going on a weekly basis, were they doing urine screenings? Because if she was using, and if she diluted her urine, they would have been able to tell. If there was something else in her urine, they would have been able to tell. And if it wasn't in her urine and whatever they put her on wasn't in her urine, then that should violate it.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I don't think they really care. They're dumb.
It seems like
I
they're
mean, we see it all
very
the time.
lenient. It seems like they are very, very lenient on drug charges and drug offenders.
Yes. Yes.
No wonder the drug problem is so bad up there.
Yes. I mean, New Hampshire jails, you can get Suboxone, prescribed. They do that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but not on
Wowza,
her though. I mean,
wowza.
I can't say anything bad though because I feel like they're slamming her as hard as they can.
Uh-huh.
But unfortunately there isn't enough proof. They have done a very good job with, holding her as much as they can. In my opinion, I really think so. They got the welfare fraud, they got, the drug charges from way back when, they've got so much that they went out of their way, I think, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The total opposite of most cases. They usually, don't. But they did slap her with what they could.
Yeah, they did. Because in, another case that is actually kind of taking place right now, or I should say getting movement right now, is the disappearance based out of Indianapolis or Indiana, Amaya Robertson, 8-month-old baby that went missing in 2019. She has still not been found. With the amount of evidence, they've only been able to charge child neglect with serious bodily injury because they don't have sufficient evidence. And it's sad to think that poor baby, because either they had help or, they just did a really, really good job of covering their tracks, that baby doesn't get full justice. And it's the same thing with Harmony. They're trying to slap the book at Adam, which that's fine. That jackass is a monster as far as I'm concerned. So I don't ever see him getting out, with the gun charges, and hopefully they're able to slap him with a first-degree murder charge.
I agree. So you remember we were listening to the call made between Kayla and Adam's father?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my question is she blatantly stated that, she was going to ride for him. So isn't that in violation of something? Like, I don't.
Let's listen to it again. I'll pull it up, and I'm going to put closed captions on just to make sure that hopefully we can hear it. Because I know
you might want to. It's long, so you might want to cut it down to the. I mean, if you want to listen to it.
Subtitles are unavailable. I'll do it in post. I'll write the subtitles and upload it. That way we can tell exactly what she's saying.
Yeah, because another thing I didn't know in it too, and I mean I've been following this forever, is I didn't know that he had 2 other younger kids. Do you remember hearing that in there?
Who does? Adam?
In the phone call, yeah.
Unless she was talking about her kids.
I swear the dad was talking about his kids because he said that they were younger, and I swear they said twins. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it, but yeah, I was going to mention that to you the other day. But I think that all of these things are like huge red flags, and we did nothing, just like we did nothing for Harmony. I mean, they were there 21 service calls and nothing was done for Harmony, and now her justice is being dropped, and then the Manchester police, Peace, Love, and Mary Jane is from Manchester, and around there. Yeah, she knows then. It's a vibe,
Yeah. It just, it's crazy. Yeah, because, I mean, require that the defendant provide proof. Well, she's already proven that she was not in compliance the first 3 times.
Right. Yeah, I don't get it. Unless the only thing I can think of is that she gave that information to search that place. But that doesn't make sense to me because they've known that location since the beginning.
Yeah. The
So,
Union Street apartment?
yeah.
Yeah, but if she gave that place to search, knowing that there was obviously evidence there that they could find, while her hoping that there wasn't, but obviously knowing that she wasn't there, right? So, I don't know. I just think that humans are do stuff based off of habit, and maybe they're trying to watch her pattern. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, it came out about Union Street. Like when we first heard about that search was right after the family court. And I remember reading that a person close to the family gave up that address to search. And for some weird reason, I think it was Crystal. I think that she remembered something, or somebody said something to her, because it was right after family court.
Okay. Well, at 7:30, we can ask her.
Right. That'll be really interesting to hear her side of the things. I know a lot of people come for her, but
Yeah.
she had a past. Everybody has a past, and I don't get into it, but I think that she should have a way to tell her story.
Absolutely. I love the saying that saints have a past and sinners have a future, because it's true.
Right. Yeah, I would like to sometime to listen to Kayla's mom's interview, because that interview is like, there's the only interviews we have are Kayla's mom, Adam's uncle, and what about the interview? I forgot about this. The interview with Crystal's sister that claimed somebody saw Harmony buying a Halloween costume in the middle of July. You remember that?
No, I don't think I heard that.
It was weird. It was very weird. It was by Crystal's sister. And they claimed that Adam and Kayla were telling her or calling her a different name. It was weird. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, definitely do that. While we're here, I definitely want to talk about some other cases, but I was definitely not prepared this morning. I didn't realize that her court appearance was so early. So I know that yesterday I was keeping an eye on little Era's Muse and ArcticFox True Crime. If you're not subbed up, sub up to his channel. He covered it and then updated in the description. Unfortunately, he was found deceased. And he's only 2. He was found just a little over a half a mile away from his home. To be exact, 0.64 miles. And so I'm still looking for further data on that, information and updates on that.
Yeah, I haven't seen any updates either.
Yeah, I haven't either. So I don't know if...
Is Lucian still missing too?
Lucian is still missing,
or
yes.
Lucian? Sorry.
And no, you're fine. And they, they've even brought the Air Force in. Yeah. So they have really, really expanded. He was last seen at a playground. They did have Yakima police released this news release.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job releasing information.
They really have.
it. I'm
Yes,
impressed.
me too. So, if you're not following this case, this is a little boy, 4 years old, out from Yakima, Washington. He was at the Sarge Hubbard Park at the playground, and then I need to look at the circumstances, the specific circumstances, because I believe that the report says that dad went to the parking lot and then lost him from there. There's a lot of water nearby. They've got underwater drones. They've got divers. I mean, they have really, really come out. The only thing they haven't done is give us an Amber Alert. But they are not discounting the possibility of it being an abduction at this point.
Didn't they have people searching too, volunteers?
Yes.
I found that weird. Don't you think they would do dogs?
They've had dogs out too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've had dogs out.
There's a huge amount of community coming together searching for him. A huge amount.
This shows some of the search. Let's see, where is it? Is this one? Yeah.
So the radius here, you can see the radius here, you can see the red line where we started at. Within the first 24 hours, that's where more than likely a juvenile of his age with his medical condition would be found. And then so once the next day hits, we move that out a little bit further and a little bit further. So the radius here, you can see the red line where we started at. Within the first 24 hours, that's where more.
And then there was a report this morning that I caught. Okay. Nope. Let's try today. I know I saw it. Okay. I'll have to look for it. You guys got anything? And then I'll look for this in the meantime.
No, I just wonder what happens next. Another thing, Tabby. You remember Tabby from the beginning of this? She was a friend of Adam's. You know, they saw pictures of Harmony and her. She has something today too, and I think it was at 9 as well, for charges. But I just thought they're the same judge, I believe, too.
Yes, I believe you're right. Tabitha Scott was right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if the hearing is. Let's see. Nope, I'm not seeing.
I think I screenshotted it to you. Probably not.
No, I saw the screenshot. But I was checking to see if there was any live court appearance.
I doubt it. I still think she's going to see that. Yeah, but that's all. I mean, all we can do now is just sit and wait.
Yeah. Definitely.
At least,
but we'll definitely be
Crystal.
live at 7:30 with Crystal's interview.
That'll be cool. I'm excited to see that.
And thank you to United to Find Harmony Montgomery for the offer to allow us to stream the interview with Crystal and to fight alongside of them for justice for Harmony.
Yes.
All right, let me go make sure my kiddo is getting proper school started, and then
All right.
I'll be back at the computer in a bit. Love you guys. Make sure to sub up to the Real Crime Team. Descriptions are down below. Bye, guys.
All right, we're going to wrap this up here. Is there anything else that you want to speak about, Sluggish?
Nope, I'm all good.
You're all good? All right. I am going to be live back on my channel here in a couple of hours with Brandy Neal. That is the mother of missing 5-year-old Michael Vaughn. And that will be here in 2 hours from now. And then you guys are going on at 7:30 Eastern time?
Yes.
Okay. And then we keep an eye out for that. There is more coverage of Harmony Montgomery if you are watching this over at Crime Lines and Lies. And I will be over there in the chat. And that is all I got to say for today. I guess if you see something, say something. Thank you, everyone.